Hello guys and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. It's myself, Kevin here, bringing you a product review today. And this is some scenery. Now this is some scenery that comes from Germany, from a company that I hope I pronounced correctly, which I believe is Ziterdes, Ziterdes.com, Z-I-T-E-R-D-E-S. I should be able to read that because I did German at school and I got a very good good mark. So my German teacher's probably kicking herself right now, just like, what's he done with it? But that was a long time ago that I was at school, because I'm old as out. Anyway, back to the products themselves. The company themselves, and we are going to take a look at their website in detail after we've looked at these particular products. The company themselves make scenery and they do flocks, static grasses, that kind of thing, for tabletop wargaming, which of course what our channel's all about. And they do for fantasy and futuristic, but the stuff we're looking at today is fantasy based, very much rooted around the Lord of the Rings and Middle-earth. Yes, you may have sensed a theme over the past few weeks on our channel, and that's going to continue. Our Necromunda stuff certainly is coming back, but right now I'm really interested in having a look at these products and showing them off to the world, really. I've got 3 pieces here, and I'm going to show you each of them, but trust me, they aren't going to be the last 3 that we feature on our channel, because they're beautiful. So the first one we're going to look at is this. And as I said, it's like an insulation foam or like a polystyrene type of thing, and they probably fill a mould with it and let it set, and then they pop it out. And I guess, anyway, I'm not 100% sure. And this is like a decorative fountain with a bit of scenery at the back. You can get a decorative fountain on its own, and both are really, really cheap. I think they work out at like 5 or 10 euros each or something like that. We'll see when we look at the website. But I like this one because it can stand alone in the middle of a battlefield, and it looks like something that maybe was part of a monument years ago that everything else has been destroyed. Really good as an objective marker or something like that to fight over. So it comes like this, and it's like grey, and it looks pre-coloured due to the texturing. So you could play exactly like this, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to. I'm going to get some paints and some grasses and things like that, and I might even do that as a video, because I'm really, really into this scenery, and I think it would be cool to see how paint goes onto it and show you guys the same how paint goes onto this. But this is our first piece, and it's nice. It's a really, really nice bit. One thing I have noticed, and it's potentially from the type of material they use or how they make them, but all the stone has this kind of textured feel to it, like it's covered in a textured paint. Now, either they have covered it in a textured paint, or it's due to the moulding process itself. Either way, it lends itself really, really well to stonework. And when I paint this, I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of effect comes out from it due to that texturing. Now, with the 40k futuristic stuff, parts of that are going to be metal, and I don't know whether that kind of texturing is going to be on the metal or not. I guess we're going to have to order some pieces to see, really, aren't we? But yeah, this is the first piece, and I'm really, really big fan of it. I think it's really, really nice. I can't wait to mess around with it and get it painted. Now, I'm going to save my favourite to last. So for now, we're going to look at this. And this is like a ruined temple kind of thing. Now, this comes fully painted. As you'll see, it's even got flocks and stuff like that on. I mean, I was going to add some extra to it, but now that I actually see it in person, I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm going to leave this as is. All I will do is I'm going to hit it with a gloss varnish, and then I'm going to hit it with a matte varnish just to protect the static grass and the paintwork that's already on there. But this is a very, very nice looking piece of scenery that looks very, very reminiscent of Weathertop, which is one of my favourite scenes from the Fellowship of the Ring. I mean, the Fellowship of the Ring is a brilliant film, and there's basically scene for scene. It's beautiful, it's picturesque. But I love that bit where they wake up on Weathertop and, you know, the Nazgul are coming after them, and then, you know, Aragorn shows up as Strider at the last minute and kind of chases them away, and Frodo gets stabbed, and spoilers if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, there's something wrong with you. Literally go and watch that film immediately. Either find it online, go out and buy it. It's a masterpiece of cinema. Especially if you've already seen the Hobbit films and you think, oh, Peter Jackson, guy knows what he's doing. Go watch the 3 Lord of the Rings films and you'll see that. But yes, I digress. I should be talking about this scenery because it's beautiful. So you've got the steps going up, and then you've got all the inside, and then this, which is steps running up to here. And from here, you could get all the way up, and you could move along there. So this is a fully functioning piece of scenery that you can climb, you can, play on, you can use. And although, as I said, it's really, really good for Middle-earth strategy battle games, you could use it for Age of Sigmar, you could use this for Frostgrave, Kings of War, War Machine Hordes. I guess, 40k and that kind of thing, you could still have it, because they fight on different types of worlds. So this could be like an ancient ruin or something like that. Doctor Who miniature game, it wouldn't look out of place. And this is going to feature in a lot of our videos. You're not going to see it on The Walking Dead, All Out War, obviously, or... I have already, because it's all squared, and I have checked, and I'll just show you now, that a Rumbleslam model fits perfectly on one of those squares. So I thought about using it as a special one-on-one arena, and trust me, there's going to be more on that. This bit of scenery's already given me devilish plans. But yeah, this comes straight out the packaging. I don't know what this is priced at, and when we look at the website, we will see. All the prices are in euros because it's German, but you can use like xe.com, or you've got apps on your phone that can translate it automatically for you, depending on which country you're in, and it'll work out the exchange rate for you. But I don't recall that it was an expensive bit of kit when I looked on the website. So we will look, as I said, I want to have an extensive look at some of the other stuff they do, because I'm very, very passionate about this company as things stand. And I do want to give a shout out to Luke's Affordable Paint Service, which is where I first heard of this company and where I got in contact with them at all. So well played to that. So as well as their link being in the description below, I'm also going to put a link to the video that I saw on Luke APS's channel that showed off some of their scenery. But first, let's get to the bad boy. You guys know I've been doing Hobbits for battle companies. And I'm just going to quickly grab a Hobbit, so I'm going to leave this beauty in shot. And I've got my converted farmer maggot here with a bow, using some Test of Honor pieces and some other bits, but that's irrelevant. It's just purely for size. Now, this is a beautiful representation of Bag End. Now, unlike the others, which is like full hard, this is hollow, as you can see, which makes it even lighter. It also means you can store stuff inside it when you're packing your scenery away and things like that. So it's pretty cool. So we'll leave that there. So when we look at the website, I'm going to show you a picture of this fully painted up because it's beautiful, and you can see just how much you can do with it. But you've got like flower beds here. You can see it's textured different. So you've got stone. You've got like stone going up there. You've got the texturing where the flower beds obviously are. This door bit came separately. And you can get a different one. You've got this, which looks very much like Bag End. And then you've got a more wooden-esque one, which, if I do get a second one of these, which I would like a second one of these, I'm not going to lie. I definitely would get the other front. A, for difference, and B, because cool. And Parker here has joined us, who also likes this. He's been trying to drive cars all over them since it arrived. So these are two separate bits anyway, and that just glues in. I had a bit of problem fitting it in, and that's probably just me and my incompetence, but I did get it glued in, and I've just put some sealant around the edges to hold it in place. I don't know if it's meant to sit flush within the hole or it's meant to glue on the outside, but that was the only issue I've had with it, was getting this door in, and I eventually did it to my satisfaction. But I'm just going to show you this, because it looks diorama-esque, but this is, again, like the Weathertop one. It's a fully functioning piece of scenery, So you can go up here, and then there's a pathway that runs all the way up here where there's a wall. And that again is textured differently and painted a bit differently, so you could use this straight away as is. Goes all the way up here, goes all the way up. You've got some little steps. You've got this. Round here you've got another little door, little lip up, so you can get this. So this is a fully functioning piece of scenery. I mean, it looks very diorama-esque, but you could quite happily have this as a centerpiece of a table and play on this pardon, with ease. I'm going to paint it up because I need to do this justice, but it is fully usable as is. But yeah, I'm going to add flowers. I'm going to add maybe a tree up at the top, you know, really bag end it. And that's one thing, is this company does sell trees. They sell phlox, they sell static grasses and foliage and things like that. But I think these products are beautiful, and I think we're going to take a wander over to the website now and have a look what they have to offer on their website. So I shall see you over at the computer-based area. Right guys, so we're back over at the desk now, and as you've just seen, I gushed over their products for probably far too long. So now let's have a look at the website and see what else they can do. One thing I will just stress is I'm not paid for my opinions that I give with regards to their products or their website. I'm doing it purely as a person interested in hobby wargaming. So when I do give a review, bear that in mind, it's not coming from a place of being paid to say good things. That being said, I do have a lot of good things to say, and that's just because I like the product. One thing I would like to mention is that they do have a website, a YouTube, and a Facebook, and all three links are down below. Please go and check out their Facebook as their YouTube, as they have 222 subscribers, and I definitely feel this should be a lot more. The company's a really, really good company from what I can see. With dealing with them this week, it was around about a 5-day turnaround to get product from Germany to myself, which is really, really good. Had no problem with the bits of scenery themselves when they arrived. There was no damaging to the packaging or to the bits of scenery themselves, which obviously can be a bit of a worry when your scenery is made out of foam, or insulation foam, potentially polystyrene, something like that. So yeah, get over, give them a like, a subscribe, watch some of their videos. One thing I will say, as you notice here that it says subtitles on them, all their videos are in German. But the subtitles are there for you to be able to switch them on and be able to read what they're saying, but you don't really need to know what they're saying or be able to read what they're saying to look at those products and see how good they are. But yeah, that being said, they don't have as many subscribers as we do, and that's somewhat of a travesty, really. That's no offense to you guys, because obviously we love you, each of you. Well, I do. Alan resents you all, and I do apologise for that. But yeah, like, if just everyone who's subscribed to this channel goes across and subscribes to their channel, you know, they're going to get that bit more of a presence going on, sort of on the YouTube side of things. But yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to go across and we're going to look at the website itself, and I'm going to gush over some of their products, if that's okay with you guys. So look at that, and as if by internet magic, we're back on their main page now. Now their main page is set up into sections where they do modular based gaming boards, they do different sceneries, they also sell flocks, glues, hobby based accessories. So what we're going to do is we're going to split it up in sections. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the modular gaming table sets. Now they do sell them individually, so if you wanted to buy just a 2x2 or 1x1 or whatever they are, you could do that. But obviously we don't want to do that, we want to look at them in modular. So they have 3 different ones here, which is a pack of 4 and 2 different packs of 6. One's with static grass and the other's like more of an arid desert kind of, this kind of look that we've got here. We're going to look at this lush grass one because it appeals to me. And down the side you've got the looks of each of the different tiles, and then what you do is you'd build the board up how you want. So you'd scan through and you'd go, I want that as that one, and then I want this, and then I want that, and then I want another one of these. Then I want another hill in the corner. In fact, I'm going to have those two. I'm going to choose 4 hills so I can put them together in the middle. And then it builds it all up for you, and then you've got them there. And of course the ones in question I was choosing, not that, that's a look at a full one, bits of scenery and things like that, and there's some rivery bits. There's what those rivery bits would look like, was these. So I was kind of planning that if you got 4 of those you could put them in the centre and it would have like a little mound. It would look silly, but it would be cool. But yeah, this is €140, which I think works out at around about 120 to 125 pounds, which is much cheaper than a Realm of Battle board, which is Games Workshop's equivalent. This also comes pre-flocked. The only difference is it means that you couldn't do some of the fantastic colour schemes and things that people do with the Games Workshop one, but that doesn't mean that you have to, you know, compromise. You choose what's best for yourself. I really like these, and I also like the sparse version of it, and we'll quickly have a look at that. Well, I say quickly, it's not that quickly. But yeah, and then it works exactly the same, so you just pick the separate bits. You're like, I want that bit, I want that. And so that's what, they come with these little connectors, and that's what they would look like. But yeah, so you can choose whichever one suited your needs best, or even build up some kind of mixture of the two via single boards. It would be entirely up to yourself. But this one, €130, so not bad pricing wise at all there, really. But yeah, we've had a look at the gaming boards. Next thing I think we're going to move on to is having a look at the dungeon based scenery. So here we have the different types of dungeon based stuff they do. If you're one of the type of people who, when you're playing your D&D and things like that, you want to build up your special dungeons, these are perfect for that. Also for those wargamers who like to play on, you know, different and more unique tables, they also cover that. And we're going to look at them very briefly, because I realised moving forward with this, if I spend my whole time looking at each product, we're going to be here all day, because I really would just gush over each of them. So this, you've got these pillars. And it shows you how they connect together, because these are like also modular tiles, but that's what it would look like. And you get these 4 pillars. Now you'll notice, if you're a big fan of Lord of the Rings, as I am, as we've already mentioned, you'll notice that these are the pillars from the Mines of Moria in terms of the designs and stuff, or they're very, very similar to that of the visual look of the film, as is the case with a lot of this dwarven stuff. And this is one of the packs where you can buy 4 bits and they clip together, and it's €136. And it matches up very, very nicely with this, which is a €90 piece of scenery, which is around about 2 foot by 1.5 ish. I haven't worked it out fully, but it is there. Just vaguely what I remember from millimeters to feet, it's around about that. And again, don't quote me on it, you do have the ability to Google it, especially if you're looking at this website. It's just a case of opening a new browser or opening a new tab and searching that. But look at this, you can't say that that is not the Mines of Moria. Obviously, if Tolkien's estate's watching, it's not the Mines of Moria, it's a generic dwarven tube. But they have a cave troll. Like, this is just that picturesque moment from the film. Yeah, I can't say enough good stuff about it. Again, I feel like I am just gushing over a lot of their products, and that's because a lot of the products that I've seen I really, really like the look of. That's not to say that I haven't, that if I bought something or I was sent something that I didn't like, I would tell you guys just the same as I am now. I feel with regards to product reviews and stuff, it's much better to be honest with regards to it, because if I told you this dwarf fortress, for instance, was brilliant, you got it and it wasn't, then next time I review something, you're not going to believe it or you're not going to care. But again, this is a €100 piece of scenery, and it's massive. Or it at least looks massive from sort of the models that are there on it. It looks far bigger than the Weathertop, which isn't Weathertop obviously. that I was sent. But yes, in terms of it, we will have a quick check of that actually, because I want to show you the pricing structure. So you can see there you've got like your €6-7. You know, you've got your guillotine, you've got your gallows, you've got a set where you get all of your execution based stuff. So it's basically like a handy all your killing in one package. And then you've got your weathertop here, or not weathertop, which is €36, which I think is really, really reasonable. You guys have seen the size of it, but yeah, this pack, it really makes me laugh because obviously, as I said, you get both. You get the guillotine, you get the actual base for the execution, and you get the gallows, all for €20, which is really reasonably priced. But I just love it. It is the joke. The first time that I showed it to a friend, that was exactly what he said to me. It was like, oh, all your killing needs in one go, and it made me chuckle. And so I thought I'd relay that to you guys. I don't think I told it right. But yes, they have so much going on. What we're going to do next is we're going to have a look at some of the trees and plants and things like that. Because as you guys know from previous videos, I am building my own Hobbiton, or my own little village within the Shire. And some of the stuff in this is just perfect for it, it really is. So let's have a look at those. So in the landscaping section you have trees, basic materials, glues, miniature plants, grass, stones and ground cover, waters, snow and ice, and then landscape and colours. First thing I'm going to look at is the trees, because I think they're amazing value. Now I haven't actually seen the trees in person, so I can't comment on the actual quality of them, but here we have, it's €8, so bear that in mind. It's around about £5 or £6 depending on what the exchange rate is like at the time, and you get 10 trees for that. So whether you're looking to make a Walking Dead all out war board where you want individual forests, individual trees, or whether you're looking for more of a Kings of War, Warhammer fantasy or ancient battles where you're looking for like a base with a couple of trees on it, this will be perfect for that. So you could buy this pack. As I said, €8, you get 10 trees. You could split it up into a 3, a 3, and 2 2s, or a 3, a 3, and a 4. And you've got yourself 3 or 4 little woods there. You can either just put them around in a circle, you could sparse them out individually, you could make yourself a base to put them on, or you could buy one of the bases that these guys do. And you can buy the same 10 trees with a base for €22. So it's really, really reasonably priced, and I do want to have a look at these because I do intend on filling my Hobbiton board with a lot of trees and things like that. And I think they'd work perfectly. That being said, because I haven't actually seen them or had one in my hand, I'm only going by speculation. But they do look really, really nice. And then you have ones like this where you get 2 olive trees, one slightly bigger than the other. They come in a little pack like this, and it's €9. So again, really, really reasonably priced. And then you have these, which is the miniature plants. You get ferns, reeds, little, rambling roses that go up the walls, vines or creepers. Not like the Minecraft thing, don't get excited. Loads of little stuff. So because I'm doing Hobbiton, some of these little things are going to be perfect for me. And these little packs, you get 18 of these little plants for under €6. Or the nettles. The nettles would be really cool. Now I was kind of wishing that I hadn't already painted most of my hobbits up, because I think they'd be perfect for the bases. But again, you get 10 of those for under €6. And then this, which is my personal favourite, especially as I kind of want to have like a little Farmer Maggot bit, because I love Farmer Maggot. I think he's brilliant. You get 6 plants, and then you get the bean supports as well, so you can make little flowers and your own little flower beds and your own little plant areas. I think these are really, really cool. And it leads me on to this very nicely. So €40 is what this bad boy is if you look at this normally. And with that, as you can see, it's exactly what we were looking at. That mine was built up, and actually since then it's now painted. Yeah, I did that pretty quickly. And it's really, really nice. And then you have to buy the doors separately. and I'm assuming they're listed on the website somewhere. I haven't come across it yet. However, if you go to Save Assets on their website, there's a load of these little cool bits, and there's like some extra deals on boards and things like that. There's this set, I believe they're called Mimics, if I remember my D&D right, which is like a treasure chest and then like a demon-y thing comes out of it. Well, these are little cargo crates for only under 12 euros, at 12.99 or 13 euros for sarcophagus. More dungeon mastery bits, and obviously our good friend over at Gibson's is probably rubbing his hands together at some of the cool stuff that you can get, being that he's a dungeon master who loves to use models and stuff like that to represent things, which I'm a big fan of that because I'm very visual based. So this website has loads of cool stuff for that, but this is what I wanted to show you guys. So €34.99 or 35 euros, and you get the Hermitage set with a door for 20% off, which works out, as I said, at 35 euros. So it's the same little Hobbiton Shire little bag end style door. It was a little sort of hobbit hole that I showed you before, the scenery. But this is such a good deal. The one thing I did notice, and maybe it's they don't stock it anymore and I can't find it on the website, and I will keep scouring looking, is they have this door, which is that one, and they have this door, which is the one I ended up going for, which is like a flowery. It's a really nice hobbity door, and that would work really well for like an inn. But the door that I really wanted, which as I said isn't there, is that which looks very much like how I remember Bag End without going and re-putting on the film and watching it. Although maybe I could re-put on the film and watch it just to confirm that. But yes, this bit of scenery doesn't seem to be on the site at the moment. Maybe it's something that will come back, maybe it's something I just can't seem to find and someone can point me in the right direction. But other than that, it's really good. So now I could gush all day over this, I could go and look at every different thing. I certainly intend to get more. They do a lot of 40k stuff, but at the minute that's not interesting me, so it's not something I'm going to look at for you guys now. And basing equipment and stuff like that, we're going to do a separate video on, because we are getting sent some stuff from a few different companies. So we're going to do some product reviews, and we're going to show some little examples, and we're going to look at different websites and check out pricing and things like that. So these guys are going to show it then as well. But I just want to say, obviously, if you guys are looking for decent quality scenery, there isn't many places you could look, especially if you're based in the UK or Europe, that offer better value than this for really nice products, especially on the fantasy based range. So check them out, give their YouTube a subscribe if you're into that kind of thing, and then of course, as always, give us a like, a subscribe, leave a message in the comments below. If you do buy anything from these guys as well, just mention our names, Rage Against the Dice, because you're on our channel, just so they know that obviously we've sent you across. You never know, they might send us some nice pretty free stuff. But that's obviously not why we're doing it. We're doing it just because I think the scenery is really nice, and look for more of these little hermitages to pop up when we're doing my Hobbiton board. But no, as always guys, hit the bell for notifications and pray to the dice gods and hope they smile upon you. Thanks very much for watching. Check these guys out, and obviously stick with us and check us out.